y'all, I'm Jordan with AviNation, and we're at SUNnFUN 25, and we're doing TramTalk. I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself and who you're here with.
All right. Hello, my name is Matilda Gunsalus, and I'm working currently at the Aeroprakt stand here at SUNnFUN.
Okay, so I have so many questions. We were already chatting before this, and you're just so interesting. So you're doing an internship. I want to hear about that, how you got into that, the connections you've made. Just tell me everything.
Well, my aviation journey started back in New York when I used to live there. I went to an air show actually in Rochester, New York. That was really cool seeing the fighter jets and everything. But the thing that really got me into aviation was watching a documentary about Elon Musk and his mission to Mars. That just set it all off. I joined the Civil Air Patrol. I went flying and stuff. Then I moved here. Gideon started the internship over at Heavenbound Aviation. I'm working in assembling the Aeroprakt. Two years later, which is August 7th of 2024, was the exact day that I started the internship.
That's really cool that you're able to have that opportunity, and you just really immerse yourself right off the bat. So that is so cool. Also, you flew down here. Can you tell us, how was that?
My butt hurt. It was long. We stopped in North Carolina and Georgia before arriving here after taking off in Ohio. It was beautiful. I saw mountains, and the clouds were just beautiful. Sometimes we had to go in some of the clouds because they just kept going lower and lower. So, I mean, it was pretty cool.
For sure. One of my personal favorite things about the aviation world in general is you get to see cool stuff that not everybody gets to see. What's one of the coolest things you've seen or experienced from being in aviation?
It's hard to say. Maybe the planes themselves, and just like being up in the air and feeling the experience of I'm closer to space, or I'm closer to being free, really, I think is the word.
Sure. And that being said, do you have a favorite plane? I know it's a hard question, but...
It is a hard question because I'm like really into rocketry too, so... Well, I'm advertising for Aeroprakt, so I'm going to have to say Aeroprakt.
Okay, perfect. Also, this is your first SUNnFUN. We were just talking about that. How's it going for you so far?
It's hot, but man, it's awesome. It is so cool. I was not expecting this at all. This is really neat.
There's just so much to experience, and the amount of time we're here just trying to soak it all in. We were talking about the night air show and our favorite parts. Do you want to tell us, what was your favorite part of the night air show last night?
The explosions. That was so cool.
It was.
Yeah.
They really know how to put on a show.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you could explain just in one word how you feel from being at the show and being around all of this aviation, what word would you use to describe it?
Intriguing.
That is the perfect word. I really put you on the spot. That's right on the head, though. That is so perfect.
Yes.
Also, something really cool is we have something called the Rising Star Program, and you were actually one of our Rising Stars. Do you want to tell us how you went about that, how you got that, and how it felt when you found out you were the Rising Star?
Well, first, I was like, well, I'm writing an article, and I can't believe I'm going to be an author. Like, I love writing. I've wrote since I can remember. That's just the only way I've been able to express myself. And I just purely enjoy it. And I was like, I have an opportunity to write about my brothers and I's story into aviation and stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So I wrote it, everything. I was not expecting for Andy to actually nominate me for this program. And I found out, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is so awesome. And then it was official. I was jumping up and down. I'll say that, physically jumping up and down. I was so happy. Like, this is opportunities I would have never gotten if I did not do this.
For sure, and I'm so glad you got it because you have such a cool story and you're definitely very well deserving. You were talking about you love writing. I personally love writing too. It's just something I'm into. What do you want to say to people watching? I think that aviation and writing, if you can do both, they can go hand in hand. I think writing can really help you. Like, that is how you got nominated. You were able to write, and having that skill I think is important. What would you say to people about writing and the importance when it comes to aviation?
Well, writing, to me, writing is the key source of expressing everything. Because talking, to me, is a little difficult, more difficult talking than it is writing, because writing you can think about it and just like immerse yourself into the whole thing and feel it all over again.
10,000%. I think that's so true. Sometimes, like, on the spot, it's hard to get the right words out, but if you can get it written down and get it all out, you're like, okay, what do I want to say exactly? If you were to write something right now, just about aviation, SUNnFUN, whatever, what are you writing right now?
About the Aeroprakt point of view of the whole air show, including the night show. I have pictures and everything already picked out in my head.
That is perfect. I can't wait. I hope you write something about it.
Oh, I will.
I will definitely read it if you send it my way.
I
would love
will.
to hear about it. I want you to let the people know, is there anywhere that they could reach out to if they want to talk to you or follow your story? Just keep up with you.
My email is mguns0921@gmail.com. That's my personal email. And I would love to read people's emails if they could contact me at any point. Check out Heavenbound Aviation Facebook to see the Aeroprakts and flight schools. Go to Johnstown, Ohio to check them out in person. I mean, it's just so cool. Such a cool experience.
And one thing I think is really big in aviation is connections, and so I think having that is really great. What piece of advice do you wish that you knew maybe earlier on about making connections with people in this?
Getting out there, because while I have always been outgoing, I never really took the time to be like stepping out there, really. I've been always that little bit scared, like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be known just yet, maybe being famous isn't totally my thing. I'm like, now looking back, I'm like, no, I don't care. I want to be out there because I want all these opportunities. These are actually needed for the survival of humanity, and that's what I'm here for.
Yes, I feel like, it can be scary to put yourself out there for sure, but once you do it, the doors that open, it's amazing. And also, I want to ask you, your brother's had opportunities too. What's it like being in this with your brother? I mean, you literally have a teammate.
Oh yeah, I love my brother. He's my best friend. We've been best friends since we were born, really. But he's always got the opportunities first, and this is the first time I'm getting an opportunity first. And it's amazing to be like, hey Gideon, you want to come here? You want to do this? You want to do that? And then him doing the same thing. And it's just amazing. It's so cool. Like, I have a wingman.
Yes, I think that's so cool. I mean, seriously, you have a built-in best friend and you're not in this alone, so I love that so much for you.
Yes.
What would you say is the best part of, like, working hand in hand with him?
Kind of like the teammate stuff, being like somebody has my back, I have their back. And just all these opportunities. I can't say it enough. These opportunities are just amazing.
For sure. Do you have a favorite story or memory to do with aviation with your brother?
I remember him being full of adrenaline when the fighter jets went over for the first time. It was the Thunderbirds in Rochester. I remember that, but I think favorite, man, I have a lot, because I remember going to the Air Force Museum in Ohio and seeing the missiles. I just remember, like, looking up, like, this is so tall, and I remember just, wow, those are so cool.
I think it's so cool that you guys can make those memories together, too, because honestly, a lot of siblings, I mean, they bond over the fact they're siblings, but a lot of the times they don't have the same interests, so I just think that is so amazing that you guys have that. I'm not going to bother you too much more, but I want to know if you could give a piece of advice to women in aviation, what would you tell them?
Do it. 2 simple words, do it.
I love that. We need a shirt that says that.
Yes,
do it. And all of us girls will be wearing that SUNnFUN next year. Will you wear them if I wear one?
Yes.
Okay, we'll twin. We'll wear the Do It shirt.
Do it.
And then, if there's younger people looking up to you, they're going to see your rising star, and they don't know how to get into aviation, how do you get into it? What would you tell them?
Well, first, look into aviation itself. Learn what it's about. And then be around planes. Try your hardest to research planes. Get to know them. So that when you're around them, you know all this stuff, and you'll get the opportunities way faster if you know a lot about airplanes immediately, like right off the bat.
10,000%. I think that is such a good piece of advice. And I'm so thankful you came and talked to us. You gave us all the stories. You gave us all the advice. Everyone watching definitely is going to walk away knowing something new in their head. And, I mean, do it, guys. She did it.
Yeah,
Look where she's at. You are doing the thing. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad I got to talk to you.
Oh, you too. Thank you so much.